Hi everyone, thanks for taking a few minutes to join me today. My name is Aaron Deckard. I'm currently an experienced facilitator at the Central Library. Before that, I worked as an employment specialist and dealt with all aspects of reemployment. In a series of videos, we will explore all the major stages of finding work and discuss strategies that will help you succeed. To kick this thing off, the first topic I want to spend a little bit of time on is the job application. Even though applications are usually viewed with the same enthusiasm one has for a booster shot, it's actually a very important piece of the job search puzzle. For this video, I've compiled several tips and tricks in order to guide you through this and illuminate different aspects that you might not have been aware of before. So now that I've got my boring introduction out of the way, the first big thing we need to discuss is where in blue blazes can you find this thing? Well, since the majority of applications are online anymore, there are a couple of different websites to check. First, you have a variety of what's known as job search aggregate websites. These sites will either link you to a specific jobs application or allow you to apply through their own website. Examples of these include nding.com, which you're currently looking at, or Indiana Career Connect. We'll continue focusing on application practices for now, but we will do a deeper dive into these sites and other job search resources in later videos. Now, if there's an employer you want to directly apply to, your best chances are to go to the employer's website. Once you're there, sometimes you'll see the necessary link right away. Sometimes you'll have to do a little bit of hunting. For example, here's EVPL's own website. There are a few different places you can check on any given employer's website, but we'll start at the top of the main page since that's usually the default starting position. At first, you'll want to look for keywords like employment, careers, jobs, opportunities, and any combination of those terms. If you don't see those right away, check and see if they have an About Us section. And you can see here, about halfway across the page, there is an About Us section. Now if you click on that, that'll either take you to a new web page, or, like it does for EVPL, it will give you a drop-down menu. And lo and behold, you can see right there near the bottom is careers. If you click on that, you'll be on your way. Now, if you don't see the About Us section, you can always check the bottom of the page and look in the footer. That's the entire section here that's in black. Most websites' footers will remain the same regardless of what page you're on. Anyways, you'll see at the bottom another link for careers, although it is in smaller text. Now, what if you've scoured the entire page and can't find it? No worries. You can conduct a search in two different ways. First, you can use the website's own internal search engine. For example, EVPL has one located near the top of the main page. If a company's website lacks a search bar, you can also Google it with the company's name and any previously mentioned keywords such as careers, jobs, and employment. Something I need to mention real briefly is the current state of online applications. You'll find that more and more applications are becoming more like profiles you can keep on the employer's website. There is good news to this. Once you enter your main application information, you can save it with a login and reuse that application for different jobs on that website. Continuing on, once you've landed on the application, it's a fairly straightforward Q&A document. For the sake of convenience, it helps to have some of the information ready to go prior. This includes, for the work history, having your work dates, your job title, and concise summary of job responsibilities. For education, schools attended, graduation dates, any degrees and certificates you have earned. Now, I do have a bullet point here about current address and contact, and that is just a reminder for anyone who is currently in the midst of moving or switching over to a new phone number. That is sometimes a couple of those things you don't memorize right away, so you'll always want to have this written down when you go to apply for a job. Finally, you'll want your references and information at the ready as well. For your references, you'll want phone numbers and emails for contact, their current employer and job title, and then, if possible, you want to use your former supervisors. Now, the big piece of advice I can give you on this is make sure that your references know you are putting them down as references. That way, they're not caught off guard when the employer's HR staff contacts them. Earlier, I mentioned drafting concise job summaries for the work history section. Why not just copy and paste from your resume, you might ask? Well, it's actually highly recommended that you don't. It comes across as a taking the easy route method. Most applications will even tell you not to do this. So instead, prepare a 1 to 2 sentence summary of your job for the application. Think of it as a brief advertisement for more detailed work summary on your resume. Now, before I wrap up this presentation, one key thing I wanted to talk to you about is the process of uploading a resume. In my own work history, this is one of the things that a lot of people had the most issues with. So I'm going to break down the process for you real quickly. Now, we're going to assume at this point that we already have the resume ready to go on the computer or the jump drive. So what you'll be looking for on the application are keywords like upload, add document, browse, insert. One that I did forget to put here is the word attach. You can also look for this paperclip symbol. That is basically the internet symbol for attachment. Now, the reason why number 2 is blank here is because I'm going to show you this process real quickly. So hold on for a quick second so I can switch over here. Now, I'm going to use Indeed because it was the easiest vehicle I could use for this example. Now, keep in mind that even though the location of where this attachment option is on your application or the name of it might change from application to application, usually the process after you find it remains the same. So, I want to upload a resume. So I'm going to click on the option here. And right away, it's going to open up my computer's files. Now, I already was playing around with this earlier, so I had everything pulled up. You always want to make sure that you put your resume, your cover letter, whatever you're going to upload in a folder that you can find easily. So make sure you don't lose it. So once I have found the file I want to use, I'm either going to double click with the left button on the mouse, or I can just click it once and then click open. And yes, I will replace my resume so I can proceed. And it has been uploaded. Now, sometimes they will use this information to fill out the rest of your application. But sometimes they'll keep the application and the resume separate. It really depends on who you're applying for and what they prefer to see on their end. Okay, and that's it. That concludes the application breakdown. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend several minutes with me. I hope it helped you in some way. The next video I'm planning focuses on inventorying your own skills and will be used as a stepping stone towards building a resume and effective job searches. In the meantime, you can take advantage of a few resources EVPL offers. First, there is BrainFuse Job Now. Just right here. It's a helpful reemployment website that provides job search strategies, resume coaching, and other beneficial resources. Make sure you have your library card handy because it does require your library card number. Finally, you can contact EVPL Central's reference services if you need help looking up information on local employers. Keep in mind the listed times of availability are always scheduled to change during these times, so make sure to constantly check out our website www.evpl.org for the most up-to-date information. And once again, thanks for joining me today. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time.